Floyd's broke. You got to understand, the only thing more embellished than Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-view numbers is Floyd Mayweather's net worth, and he made a lot of money. But remember this, it does not matter what you made, it matters what you kept, and he is a dum-dum.
I realize we put our lives on the line. It's blood, sweat, and tears. See, a lot of y'all sit behind a computer and write about us fighters.
What's going on with Floyd Mayweather, man?
Man, do we got money or not? I don't know what's going on.
I'm lost.
Man, I seen, I think Stephen A was talking about he was bankrupt.
In a shocking twist that rocked the boxing community, Floyd Mayweather became the focus of heated debate during a live press event, where he was directly challenged over growing rumors of bankruptcy, known for flaunting his wealth. Both in and out of the ring, Mayweather responded forcefully, slamming his hand on the podium and declaring, "It's all lies." His voice filled the crowded room as reporters demanded explanations about leaked financial records and allegations, suggesting his financial empire may be in trouble.
Floyd Mayweather just signed a deal to lease an apartment in Midtown Manhattan. He's going to be paying $100,000 per month for this place. Here's the apartment, you guys. It's got 5 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, 4,000 square feet, and the place is pretty epic, I'm not gonna lie. The description says that this is a double unit and it is a corner unit, so you got a ton of natural light in here. Do you think this place is worth $100,000 per month? Why would Floyd spend $100,000 a month on this apartment? If I had to guess, it would be a combination of owning something as just kind of a liability. Plus, I'm pretty sure whenever you rent a place versus buy a place for business purposes, you're able to write off more of that lease payment. So if I had to guess, that $100,000 per month is going to be a pretty big write-off for him based on how he plans to use this place.
The intense exchange at the press conference was only the beginning of a wider conversation about Mayweather's finances, despite strongly denying the bankruptcy rumors. Doubts continue to swirl. One key moment that fueled speculation came when employees at a Mayweather-branded gym in Los Angeles staged a protest, accusing the business of failing to pay their wages.
Hard work, dedication, no pay.
It's up on the integration, yo.
Hard work, dedication, no pay. Literally flavoring. Dedication, no pay. No pay. Hard work, dedication, no pay. Hey, police. No, this for real. No.
Hey.
No pay.
Where's Money Mayweather?
Woo!
Hard work?
Woo! Dedication.
No pay.
Adding to the chatter, Mayweather recently sold off several of his luxury properties, prompting questions about his financial health. In response, he posted a video on social media showcasing his broader real estate portfolio across the country. The footage emphasized his pivot from high-end homes to revenue-generating investments, including commercial buildings and partnerships with major real estate firms.
Floyd Money Mayweather is at it again. This time, not in the ring, but in the real estate market. The undefeated boxing champ just sold his Miami Beach mansion for a jaw-dropping $22 million. Let's break down the numbers and see why Floyd's still living up to his nickname. Mayweather originally bought this stunning waterfront property in 2021 for $18 million. Fast forward 3 years and he's walking away with a cool $4 million profit. Not bad, right? And here's a fun twist. The buyer is taking on a $13 million mortgage, which comes with monthly payments of nearly $99,000. Now, let's talk about the mansion itself. It's a 3-story masterpiece, spanning over 9,000 square feet, with 9 bedrooms and 3.5 bathrooms. But the amenities? Next level. A 5,000 square foot rooftop with panoramic view.
Mayweather also addressed earlier tax-related controversies, notably during a 2017 press tour with Conor McGregor. At one point, he held up an uncashed $100 million check, his guaranteed payout from the 2015 Manny Pacquiao fight, to refute claims of money troubles. He insisted he had already paid $26 million in taxes for 2015 and dismissed further scrutiny. Yet, reports later revealed he had asked the IRS for a temporary extension due to cash flow concerns, and eventually paid over $6.6 million in back taxes for 2017.
He's like the Floyd Mayweather, the MMA, the UFC.
I didn't know Conor McGregor was undefeated. I didn't know that he had a reign in MMA for 20 years and undefeated, and was world champion in 5 different weight classes. That's something I didn't know.
Yeah.
So I guess you guys telling me something new. If you say he's the Floyd Mayweather of the MMA.
Well, do you?
I mean, if you say he's the Floyd Mayweather of the MMA, I'm trying to find out. Have you ever made $300 million in one night? Have you ever made $100 million in one night? Have you ever made $70 million in one night? So, as far as trying to say that he's the Floyd Mayweather of MMA, I mean, it's okay to just to say it, but it's not true. I'm a legend, a living legend. You know, I gave just sport of boxing. I gave years and years of hard work. It was blood, sweat, and tears. Had a tremendous team. Had a tremendous run. I think that it's time for if Conor McGregor need to go out there and do what he do. But never compare Conor McGregor to me. That's a total disrespect. I mean, once again, I'm an elephant. Elephant don't beef with ants. You know, elephant is so large you don't even see ants.
Mayweather's shift from pretty boy to money Mayweather was a carefully crafted persona designed to draw attention. By playing the villain, he generated massive interest in his fights, attracting both fans and critics. His over-the-top wealth displays and provocative comments weren't random. They were tactics to stir controversy and boost pay-per-view buys. This strategy worked, as millions watched hoping to see him defeated, keeping him in the spotlight regardless of their motivations.
They were brittle. It's believed to be genetic because his dad broke his hand and his uncle broke his hand. Yeah, they were all boxers and them boys could throw hands. But that does not mean he had it easy. You see, his dad sold a bunch of stuff and his mom did a bunch of stuff. So to escape his traumatic childhood, all he would do is train day in and day out. He said, I had to take care of my mom. But he trained so much because it's all he knew that his hand started to hurt. Now, during a match, he breaks his hand. It turns out that both of his hands were severely injured. They told him, Floyd, you not boxing anymore. He said, nah, I'm finna box. They said, no, you're not hearing me. The problem is you already beat everybody your size. Listen, Floyd had a bigger issue. He needed to start boxing people that were way bigger than him because everybody his size couldn't hang with him. So if his hands were breaking against smaller guys, against bigger guys, he better have no arms. So Mayweather's team said we need to switch things up. This dude, Mayweather's promoter, said switch things. What? Not everything saying the same, stupid. He said unless y'all got $750K to exit your contract, it's done. Mayweather said here. He said, what? I don't pay you that much. Mayweather said, I've been saving up for this day. He said, oh, okay, big dog, you got it. So they devised a plan. Go from pretty boy to money. See, pretty boy loved to throw hands, but money was a defensive specialist. In fact, he's easily considered as the greatest defensive boxer of all time. But that wasn't the only reason he changed his name. Look at that man's face. See, Mayweather was known to talk smack and aggravate people, but this made things even worse because now he's blocking and running away. So people was like, you doing all this talking, but you running. As he's moving away, he's throwing in some hits here and there. And before you know, when the fight's over, he lands so many more hits that he always wins. So people would always say, Mayweather, you boring. You not throwing hands for real. And his reply was always, nah, do something about it. So people lost it. They started paying to see him lose. But this strategy was none other than Muhammad Ali's strategy. In his words, he would talk so much trash that people would pay to see him lose. And they would get disappointed every time. So they would come back next time and spend some more money. But the only person winning is Muhammad Ali. So this turns Mayweather into one of the richest athletes of all time. Why? Because of his brittle hand.
Numerous interviews. Mayweather has boasted about his perfect record and unmatched boxing skills, often calling himself the greatest of all time. However, some skeptics have suggested he may have used performance-enhancing drugs during his career. Without detection, though these accusations remain unproven, they continue to surface in debates about his legacy, contributing to his already polarizing reputation.
You can use the IV to mask performance-enhancing drugs. That's why they outlawed it.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather was on PEDs the entire time? Oh my goodness, I'm so surprised.
know, you saw it for they gave you a TUE.
I mean, with any fighters, some fighters take Pedialytes. Let me go tell you a subject.
Just rehydrate.
When a fighter's I mean,
well, my question is this:
because my urine, my urine was dark, extremely dark.
For him to test less than 1, something is wrong.
What are your thoughts on testosterone replacement therapy? Do you know anything about it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Testosterone replacement therapy, you ever heard this? Don't let the juice.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay, it's fine.
Floyd Mayweather has long embraced a lifestyle centered on spending and enjoying wealth in the moment. In a 2015 interview, he stated, "Everything in life has a price. You can't even take your wife out without spending money." He emphasized that wealth should be used, not just saved, and that providing comfort for his family is a source of pride. However, critics argue that this philosophy shows a lack of foresight, accusing him of valuing extravagance over long-term financial planning.
But you throw a lot of money around, don't you?
Why not? You can't take it with you. I mean, there's no Brent trucks pulling up at no funeral home. So, I mean, you gotta be able to enjoy your money, but make your money work for you.
Carpe diem, seize the day, live every day.
Absolutely.
That's Floyd Mayweather's strategy.
My strategy is I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler, no matter how you look at it. Just because I may wear a diamond, necklace or a big diamond ring, there's another guy, he wear a ring on his ring finger, and he's no better than I am. He's doing the same thing I'm doing, but he's just sweeping his dirt under the rug, and mine is out in the open.
Money doesn't make people happy, but you've got a hell of a lot of it. And are you happy?
Am I happy? Absolutely. I'm happy because my children are happy. I'm happy because my mom is happy. I'm not happy because of the money, because I was happier when I didn't have the money.
Mayweather frequently brushes off criticism by chalking it up to jealousy. In a 2022 interview, he questioned why he'd ever be envious of anyone, emphasizing his accomplishments. "I've still got all my buildings in New York, 100 cars fully paid off, and 30 homes with no mortgage," he said. For Floyd, these assets are proof of his success and him. The criticism he receives is simply envy in disguise.
Okay, that's the best fight in the calendar, but then Mayweather and Conor McGregor, just their personalities, they came with this crazy energy and a press tour, and it just diverted attention away. So he has done it before, but now he's being accused of doing it to his own fighter by the fighter himself, possibly, because again, it was subliminal, and then that's what people are thinking. So Floyd responds to this, and he says, "As far as me being jealous of anyone, and I'm not talking about my fighters, I mean, God has truly blessed me and put me in a position to be able to give back to my fighters. If giving back is jealousy, then that's what it is. Fighters and individuals are going to feel like they want to feel. And my job is to always be a bigger person and continue to stay positive and push for my fighters to be great." So you see right there, Floyd Mayweather decided to take the high road.
Flaunting wealth and exuding confidence are central to Mayweather's identity. He argues that his opulent lifestyle is a deserved reward for his journey from poverty to success. He's not just a boxer, but a businessman who's leveraged his brand into massive wealth. In 2024, he partnered with 601 companies on a $10 billion office real estate deal, acquiring 18 buildings and over 10 million square feet in cities like New York and Chicago. This marked one of his biggest business moves, showcasing his growing influence beyond sports.
I love bringing the people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings, all belong to me. Guess what? You can do the same. It's all about making power moves. It don't point like this because all of them. We're in New York City right now. We're in Manhattan. This is what we do. Come on. You know what I'm doing?
I brought this one way.
All this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
Mayweather also expanded into the health and wellness industry. In March 2025, he made a $30 million equity investment in Plus Brand Industries Inc., a company focused on wellness and consumer tech. This move didn't just earn him a major stake, it also landed him the role of creative director. The partnership signaled Floyd's deeper involvement in shaping the company's future and highlighted his shift into new entrepreneurial ventures.
Floyd Mayweather is on an absolute real estate buying spree. I'm honestly having kind of a hard time keeping up with all this. Just listen to some of these headlines. All of these were posted just in the last 8 days alone. Floyd Mayweather lands $402 million deal to buy over 60 buildings in New York City. Mayweather puts $100 million in $3 billion JV. Mayweather buying a stake in former Versace mansion in Miami Beach. I knew this guy was rich, and it's no secret that he's been doing some big real estate deals lately, but he's absolutely on a roll right now. Different sources give different numbers, but Floyd's net worth is estimated to be as high as $1.5 billion, which makes him one of the wealthiest athletes in the world. Because of that, he's owned massive mansions in Las Vegas, Beverly Hills, and Miami over the years.
Despite his success, Mayweather's behavior has sparked criticism. Boxing icon Mike Tyson once remarked that Floyd is a little too into himself, suggesting that his confidence borders on arrogance. Others have pointed out that flaunting extreme wealth, especially during economic downturns, can feel tone deaf and inconsiderate to the struggles many people face.
What lessons do you think Pacquiao and Mayweather could learn from you in terms of life away from the ring?
Well, Floyd seems to be going through some stuff like me right now, you know, like realizing no one's his friend and everybody's probably, even though I even hate to say it, because maybe everybody's kind of a little jealous of him, you know, because he is Floyd Mayweather. I know these other guys got their money, but this guy is the champ of the world. You know, it's hard to compete with that. So he's pretty big on those scales as far as on the celebrity scale. So he's gonna realize what life is all about, what friends are all about, and realize that we only have a few of them. And sometimes they're the only ones we got. They may not be the ones we want, but they're the ones we have. You know, sometimes we want to have glorious, glamorous friends, but they don't want to be our friends. So sometimes we have to deal with the hand that we were dealt with and accept the friends that we have.
In a candid interview, Mayweather opened up about how misunderstood he feels by the public and media. He believes people judge him without knowing the full story. He also reflected on his complex relationship with his father, Floyd Mayweather Sr., crediting his father's strict discipline for shaping him into a world champion. Floyd spoke about his rare amateur losses, each by just 1 point, which he said fueled his drive to become an undefeated professional.
People are entitled to judge me for what they hearsay.
Okay.
Making assumptions. Just because I never came out and said, "Oh, let me explain," I don't have to explain it to nobody. Only people that I feel like I have to explain something to is my children and my relation, and because at the end of the day, only God can judge me.
Let's go back to where it all started. You grew up in Grand Rapids,
yes,
Michigan. Your father was a fighter. Your uncle was a fighter.
Both uncles.
Both uncles were fighters. So it was almost like you was like destined. It was predetermined. You were ordained to be a fighter.
Yes. That's all I knew.
What's your take on Floyd Mayweather's approach to money and fame? Should he be more cautious with his spending, or is he right to enjoy the rewards of his success? Share your opinions in the comments below.